standing with young Osiris Hinton, who unfortunately is before this court facing charges involving the loss of his father. Your Honor, I know Miss Phoebe Hinton, the wife of Mr. Osiris Hinton, who proceeded, and the mother of Osiris Hinton, would like also to address the court at appropriate time. But this simply is a bond question on it to give him the opportunity at some point to come back out to be able to help me to address his charges. But more importantly, because the underlying issues involved in this case simply is not a matter of, again, what we've heard from time to time. Unfortunately, throughout this country, a young black man having a gun and unfortunately taking the life of another person. That's simply not the case here. This is fundamentally an issue of an ongoing and serious situation involving mental illness. This has been an ongoing situation in which Ms. Phoebe Hinton and Osiris Hinton have tried to provide care for their son. And throughout this process, Osiris has found himself hospitalized. Has found the need to have his medication adjusted, and what we believe, without casting aspersions at this time, was simply a matter of the wrong medication being prescribed by a doctor within this state and not from Dr. Stanton. Young Osiris loved his father. There was never a problem between them. He never had any situations as a young man that would cause him difficulties with other people. We clearly knew the family over a course of time, and clearly at some point he did begin to exhibit some of the stressors in which he found himself in school, related to his parents, that it was becoming very difficult. You heard his mother today say that his son, at the last opportunity for him to be in school, was carrying essentially almost a 3.0. But he was doing that, dealing with this mental illness. And I think at some point, the type of illness will come out. It was just a terrible situation that couldn't be predicted. He had been with his father that weekend and had a very good time period with his father in terms of celebrating. So coming home and for this to come out of nowhere, for him to feel the way he felt leading up to that time period, and I can tell you that the family knew something wasn't quite right at some point. He was scheduled to see doctors just that next week after this, in fact on that Wednesday, to try to find out what was going on. So he lived for his children, his two sons, lived for his family, and his whole aspect of anything he was doing on a day-to-day basis was for his family. And understanding the kind of care he was trying to give to his son, and knowing the specialists they went to see, going between two different states, North Carolina, South Carolina, just everything he was trying to do for his son in this particular situation. He really wanted someone personally to come forth and speak, seek to assist his son. So it's my honor, it's my duty to do it. The gun, as we understand it, was in the home, belonged to the decedent, and unfortunately, this situation occurred. Again, not the kind of situation that people, once they hear upon first response, they would think that, oh, here's another situation of someone unfortunately taking someone's life in a violent manner. That's not young Osiris Hinton.
Have you known Osiris Hinton for his entire life?
I've known this young man ever since he was essentially in elementary school. Of course, now at the age of 23, it's unfortunate that in the last few years we did see and know what both Cyrus Hinton and his wife Phoebe Hinton were going through and trying to get him the care and treatment. They've gone from doctor to different doctors to ultimately winding up with a very good and well-noted specialist in Charlotte, North Carolina,